Rama hair Rama hair Rama hair 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 Krishna 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 hair 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 Rama Ram Ram hair 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 Krishna 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 hair 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 Rama Rama hair 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 Krishna 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 hair 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 Rama hair 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 Krishna 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 hair 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 Rama Ram hair 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 Krishna 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 hair 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 Ram hair 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 Krishna Krishna hair 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 Ram hair 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 Krishna Krishna hair 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 Ram hair 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 Krishna Krishna hair 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 Rama hair hair Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotee, are you hearing some background noise? Like, not noise, but along with Kirtan? It's only me. Anybody? Any devotee? Hearing some chanting of japa in background?
Rama Ram Krishna hair Rama Ram Krishna hair Rama.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I welcome all of you to His Holiness Chandramauli Swami daily class. And a very auspicious day, starting of Bhishma Panchak today. Um, and Maharaj, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
What's the auspicious day you said?
It's the starting of Bhishma Panchak Maharaj today.
It starts
Because,
tomorrow. Starts on the Ekadasi tomorrow.
okay, in UK actually, we are celebrating today Ekadashi and Bhishma Panchak, so sorry.
You're celebrating Ekadasi in the UK today?
Yes, Maharaj. Watford and UK calendar is showing today. So,
You're in Maya.
yes, Maharaj, absolutely. That's true.
Usually Europe and India is always the same. India is tomorrow.
Yes, India, probably, yeah, Ekadashi tomorrow.
Count the days too. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 5 days. That ends that's that's Bhishma Panchaka, and it's 5 days.
Yeah, it ends here on 5th November, Maharaj, Bhishma Panchak. So, yeah.
No, the last day is 6, right? Or
5th
5th.
November. I think in India also somebody told me Bhishma Panchak starts from today, but fasting they are doing tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's begin because I have a class right where I'm at, and I have to get to it soon.
Okay, Maharaj.
So
So, yeah, we'll continue at Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, verse 35. Is that okay,
yeah,
Maharaj?
I may
Sure.
only be able to speak a half hour, and then you guys can discuss what
Sure,
we
Maharaj.
think because of my program here.
Sure, Maharaj. Over to you.
I'll try to last as long as they don't drag me out. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amuni Bhagavan Rupe Mayate Yanuvarnite. Ube api nagrinanti maya sriste upasritaha. Neither of the above forms of the Lord, as just described unto you from the material angle of vision, is accepted by the pure devotees of the Lord who know him well. The impersonals think of the absolute personality of Godhead in two different ways, as I mentioned above. On the one hand, they worship the Lord in his Vishwarup, or all-pervading universal form. In the other, they think of the Lord's unmanifested, indescribable, subtle form. The theories of pantheism and monism are respectively applicable to these two conceptions of the Supreme as gross and subtle. Both of them are rejected by the learned, pure devotees of the Lord because they are aware of the factual position. It is very clearly mentioned in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which records Arjuna's experience of Vishwarup, of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Adrishya purma rasitam smritam dristam bhavena chavyavititam mano me tadeva me darsaya deva rupam prasida devasya jagat nivasa. It's from Bhagavad Gita 11:54. I can't see the whole line there, but go down the page a little. There you go. As Arjuna, as a pure devotee of the Lord, never previously saw the contemplated universal form of the Lord Vishwarup. But when he did see it, his curiosities were satisfied. But he was not happy to see such a form of the Lord because of his attachment as a pure devotee. He was afraid to see the gigantic form of the Lord. He therefore prayed to the Lord to assume his four-handed Narayan or Krishna form, which alone could please Arjuna. Undoubtedly, the Lord has the supreme potency to exhibit himself in multifarious forms. But the pure devotees of the Lord are interested in his forms as eternally exhibited in the abode of the Lord, known as Tripad Vibhuti, or the kingdom of God. The Lord in the Tripad Vibhuti abode exhibits himself in two forms, either with 4 hands or with 2 hands. The Vishwarupa exhibited in the material manifestation has unlimited hands and unlimited dimensions, with everything unlimited. The pure devotees of the Lord worship him in his Vaikuntha forms as Narayan or Krishna. Sometimes the same Vaikuntha forms of the Lord are in the material world also by the grace as Sri Ram, Sri Krishna, Sri Nrsingadev, etc. And thus the pure devotees also worship them. Usually the features shown in the material world have no existence in the Vaikuntha planets, and thus they are not accepted by the pure devotees. What the pure devotees worship from the very beginning are the eternal forms of the Lord existing in the Vaikuntha planets. The non-devotees and personalists imagine the material forms of the Lord, and ultimately they merge into the impersonal Brahmajyoti of the Lord. Whereas the pure devotees of the Lord are worshippers of the Lord both in the beginning and also in the perfect stage of salvation, eternality. The worship of the pure devotee never stops, whereas the worship of the impersonalist stops after his attainment of salvation, when he merges in the impersonal form of the Lord known as the Brahmajyoti. Therefore, the pure devotees of the Lord are described here as Vipaschita, or the learned who are in knowledge of the Lord perfectly. Om Agyan Timidandasya Ganajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Staptitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimakte Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivasesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Desatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Pepacha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, for the non-devotees and personalists, and for the materialists, in order to them to get some conception of the Lord, there is the Vishwarup, which is the imaginary form of the Lord as the universal form. And then you have also the unmanifested form of the Lord known as the Brahmajyoti, or the effulgence from the body of the Lord. The Lord is so merciful that he manifests his forms in different conceptions of these forms. But for the impersonalists and the materialists, they have motivations to gain some material benefit, either liberation, which is also material, or some position in the material world. And you'll see if you are very observant, you'll see people mostly worship the Lord for something material. Hardly anyone worships the Lord as an object of love in order to please the Lord, which is the perfection of spiritual life and the actual goal of the human form of life. But so the Lord is so diverse to give a chance for these other worshipers on a different level to get some opportunity to worship. But he also establishes himself as the absolute principle of worship in his transcendental form. Form comes from form. We see we have a body that is of a particular form. And that body is very similar to Krishna's body, 2 arms and 2 legs. So he manifests himself as he is in his original form as Krishna or Ram, which have what we say 2 arms and 2 legs, and other forms of the Lord also, where you have Vamanadev. He was a transcendental Brahmin boy, Rishabdev. You see, many of the forms of the Lord are 2-handed. And then you have the Vaikuntha realm, where the Lord has 4 arms, and each of the arms hold a particular weapon or symbol, actually. 2 for the demons, 2 for the devotees. For the devotees, it's conch and lotus flower. For the demons, it's club and chakra. And that is the Narayan forms of the Lord also, and their expansions as the Vishnu forms, which are very similar to the Narayan forms. They just play a different role. So the whole spiritual realm is so complex, with various aspects of the Lord in various ways to worship the Lord. But the highest and recommended way, especially in this age, as taught by Lord Chaitanya, is to worship Krishna in his transcendental form as the beautiful boy of Sri Vrindavan Dham, which is explained in the Shastras as the original form of the Lord. All of the forms of the Lord are eternal. So how could you say, well, something is original and something is less than original? The understanding is that because everything spiritual is unchangeable and has no beginning and no end, all the forms that the Lord manifests are eternal. But the highest form of worship and the most sweetest and complete form of worship is to worship Krishna in Sri Vrindavan Dham as the most beautiful and most attractive personality, which charms the hearts of all of the residents in the spiritual world. And when he manifests that spiritual world in the material world, it is called Goloka Vrindavan, or Gokula Vrindavan. The spiritual world is called Goloka Vrindavan, and there's no difference. One is manifested here, one is eternally existing there. Both are eternal, but one appears to be temporary as it comes and goes, and the other one is eternal. For the devotees who have pure consciousness, even the manifested forms that come to the material world remain in their unmanifested stage, but still, they are still present through the vision of the pure devotees of the Lord. Just like even today, people go to different places in Vrindavan, and Krishna is still having his pastimes there. There's a place that nobody goes that is called Vamsivat, because if you go there at night, you won't come back, because Krishna dances with his eternal associates in the rasa dance there, and anyone who goes there will never return, because that place is not allowable by anyone except for those who are on the topmost pure consciousness, where they are seeing Krishna 24 hours a day in his eternal original form as the supreme lovable form of 2 hands playing on the flute, manifesting himself in his eternal address. We were talking about that yesterday, what he looks like. He has a beautiful locket on his chest. He has a hair on his chest, which is called, which is a manifestation of the goddess of fortune, Kastubamani. He has a locket called the Mastubamani. He wears a peacock feather. And he also has blue dhoti and a very white top piece decorated so nicely with sharp-shaped earrings. So that transcendental form of the Lord is the most lovable and the original form of the Supreme Lord. Because if you see in the material world, people are motivated by different, everyone's motivated for happiness, but they define happiness according to certain goals that they achieve. In other words, if they can become famous, wealthy, nicely placed in society, have a nice family, develop so many good qualities where they can attract people, have followers. So people somehow or other look for happiness in these achievements, which are all based on the body and the three modes of material nature, which keeps one entangled in the material world. But then there's people who are motivated simply by love. And therefore, those who are looking for the ultimate principle of life, which is love, because without love, the soul is incomplete. And that love is love for the original Supreme Lord, which is the manifestation of the existence of the soul. In other words, Nityasiddha Krishna Prema, Saro Kavanoi, Sravanari Chitti Kuriya Udai, in the hearts of all living entities, pure love for the Supreme Lord exists. And until that love is awakened in its full form, the living entity never becomes complete in their existence. So those whose motivation is love, to experience love, to exchange love, they worship Krishna in his transcendental loving form as the beautiful cowherd boy Gopal, Govinda of Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Krishna gives his full mercy in the form of all the manifestations of his existence in that form as Krishna. Everything is there. So, therefore, as this verse explains, the pure devotees of the Lord are not interested in any other forms of the Lord, which have a lesser goal. They want the supreme goal, which is to develop loving relationship with Krishna and Vrindavan and attain to their eternal spiritual identity and exchange love with Krishna in the spiritual world in one of the five rasas, or one of the four main rasas. Either Dasya Rasa, Sakya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, or Madhurya Ras. And this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching. He didn't come to teach about Vaikuntha. He came to teach about Goloka Vrindavan and Krishna in his form as the supreme cowherd boy of Sri Vrindavan Dham, who plays with his cows, has unlimited girlfriends, and is the god of love. Even when he holds his flute, he has a particular mudra that he keeps his hands, his fingers in a certain position, which is the mudra of love. So while he's playing his flute, he's expressing love through the sound of his flute. And it's explained that when he plays his flute, the whole world changes. Rocks melt, rivers no longer flow. They just dance in one place with their waves. Birds get stunned and they can't fly. Cows, they're chewing their grass, but they stop chewing and they are hearing the sound of Krishna's flute. And all the gopis go mad. And the cowherd boys celebrate when they hear Krishna playing his flute. It's the most charming sound in all of existence. No one can describe it, but one can experience it as one becomes a pure devotee of the Lord. And when you can hear actually Krishna's flute. And that's so charming that one will think there's no other sound that I want to hear. And he's calling all living entities back to him in loving transcendental service. Okay, so I'll stop there. As you can see, there's a kirtan in the background, as you can hear. And I have to go to this program pretty soon because I didn't expect the program to be so early, but somehow or other, that's what happened. So anyway, we can open it up for a few minutes of questions before we take off.
Sure. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, dear devotee, if you have any questions, comments, realization, please
Turn
be
up your
quick.
volume, Vrindavanath. Your volume is very, very low. Can't hear it all.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if you have any questions, comments, realization, request everybody to please be quick,
Krishna,
thinking in your question. And also, if you can switch on your video, that will be great.
you can continue to discuss after I leave, so
Sure.
you don't have to end the program because I left, but you can
Sure,
continue yourselves.
Yeah.
Krishna,
Krishna
Prabhu,
Kaviraj Prabhu, please.
Sorry, that was by accident. I didn't even realize I'd done that.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I think that was by accident, Krishna Kaviraj was saying. So,
Sri,
Shri Mataji, please, yeah. Go ahead.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Guru Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, as you were speaking of Krishna's flute playing, I was remembering two things, if I may share. The first was His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj doing a japa retreat. And in that, he was describing how, as you really go deep into the chanting of the holy name, you will actually hear Krishna's ankle bells. You will hear his sweet flute playing, and you will be so enchanted by that. So I was just thinking, when will that day be mine? That was one thought. And the second thought was, there's a very beautiful song in childhood. I remember singing it as a little 10-year-old. It is called Vrindavan Ka Krishna Kanhaiya. It's a very beautiful song. In that, it is described when Krishna plays his flute, the gopis are just stunned. They're just stunned. They cannot do anything. They're just so mesmerized by that sweetness. So I was just remembering that beautiful song. We used to sing and dance to that song as little children.
wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
The culture of Varshya is the culture of spirituality. It centers around the glorification of the absolute truth, especially Sri Krishna. So people grow up in the best way, hearing about, singing about, thinking about Krishna. When you get a start like that in life, then you know that whatever you do after that will eventually leave you, and at the end of life, you'll come back to Krishna if you haven't left it, if you have left him in the meantime. Because when we grow up, we have a tendency to think about career, think about marriage, think about money. And then we forget about Krishna. He's still there, but he's just a memory. But then as we get older, we start to think, yes, I achieved what I wanted in life in this world, but I haven't achieved the happiness that I'm looking for. And then you remember that was there when you grew up. So we go from the beginning and the end. In the middle, we make a mess. Fighting with relatives and trying to find a job which doesn't exist. So take me back to childhood. We're trying to make sure people don't fall into that abyss of forgetfulness and continue with the way that they have been nourished in the early days of life.
Guru Maharaj, Mangalananda has sung a very beautiful song. It says, "Oh my Lord, take me back. I wandered off the track and I want to learn to love you once again."
Yeah, take me back. I'm off the track. I can't get out of the sack. And every time I turn around, I'm on my back. And my life is just one lack after another. Take me back, take me back. I belong to you. Any other questions?
Yes, there is one question, Maharaj, on the chat by Rasavilasni Radha Mataji. She's asking, when we develop godly qualities, is there a chance that we might feel pride, or will humility naturally come along with those godly qualities?
Anything positive you achieve in life, there's an opportunity to become proud of it. Even in Krishna consciousness, you can become proud of, I'm distributing so many books. I'm, I have a nice position. I have people working under me. Pride sneaks in every aspect of life. But pride makes you forget about who you are and what is your actual goal in life. It's not the benefits you achieve in life that is the success in life. It's the purification of the heart. Our advancement is how much our heart is being free from all of the material tendencies that we have been associated with. So everything else is external. Whatever else we have, our money, our position, our power, our relatives, friends, whatever. These things don't reach to the soul. They can reach to the mind, but not to the soul. Only love. Love is the principle of the soul's existence. And that love is natural. And that naturalness is directed towards the source of our existence, Krishna. So when love is awakened, then life has meaning, has happiness. So yes, we can become proud of anything. You have to be careful. Therefore, we give credit to the spiritual master. We give credit to the association of devotees. And we also give credit to the mercy that the Lord gives us. If Krishna wants, he can make you forget everything about yourself. Krishna is all powerful and he can do anything. But he doesn't do that. He gives us our independence, because independence is the principle by which love develops. But just to make a point that whatever we achieve, it's given to us. Even the body we have is given to us. The education we get is given to us. The food that we get is given to us. The air that we breathe is given to us. What do we have that is ours on the material level? The only thing we have on the material level that is ours is our independence to choose. That's the only thing we have.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, so be grateful. Gratefulness is a principle of bhakti which inspires the heart in humility. I'm grateful, not that I'm proud. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for whatever Krishna has given me. I'm grateful for the opportunity of devotional service. I'm grateful for having so much wonderful devotional association. Gratefulness. Be grateful. We have a lot to be grateful for. The materialist is never grateful because he's always thinking, I need more. Devotees are happy because they understand everything that they have, everything that they are, and everything that they can do is by the mercy of the Lord and his devotees. So they're grateful. One thing we could be really grateful for is that Lord Chaitanya only comes once in every 1,000 yuga cycles. So we happen to be in that 1,000th yuga cycle right now. Lord Chaitanya will not come for another 4,320,000,000 years. And Krishna also, both of them come once in every 4,320,000,000. Here we are in that time period. We have a lot to be grateful for.
There's a saying, Guru Maharaj, a grateful heart is a happy heart.
Yeah. Grateful heart is a giving heart too. When you're grateful, you want to reciprocate everything that's been given to you by serving others in different ways. Gratefulness is one of the principles of real humility.
Thank you, Mataji.
Sometimes we use a play on word. If you're not grateful, then you're a great fool. So if you want to be great, you can also be a great fool by not being grateful. Can you hear the kirtan?
Not this side, Maharaj, sorry.
Can you hear kirtan in the background?
No, not this side, maybe somebody else. Is
No, that's
No,
good.
Guru Maharaj, we can't hear anything except you.
Okay, I'm yelling because I have to speak over the kirtan. That's why I'm talking so loud.
There's no background sound. We only hear your voice.
Okay.
Uh,
I open the door, you can hear it. But anyway, then one more question, and then I think I have to take off.
there's a hand raised by Prasiddha Chaitanya Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances in your lotus feet. Guru Maharaj, as you told, the original form of Supreme Personality of Godhead is Shyam Sundar form, and 2 legs, 2 hands is the actual Vrindavan for Vrindavan in form of actual form of Lord. And he is so merciful for us, and he has given his form also, because being a human we have 2 legs and 2 hands, and in this form only we have opportunity to get the Bhagavad Prapti, to get Lord, by chanting and by association. So Guru Maharaj, I am thinking the right direction, because God is so merciful, he has given this human form, and we should utilize this uniform, this form for serving the Lord. By this we can move out from this birth and death.
Yeah, but human form is just one of the many forms. You can also lose that human form. We could lose that human form also. So if you don't use it in the way that it's intended, that means to serve the Lord, then you get another form, which may be from a lower form of. There's 8,400,400 material forms. 8,400,000. The human form is just one of them. No. Just put it on the bed. Over here. Yeah, so yeah, to have a human form is rare. I'm going to shut my video off for a minute, but I'll continue to take questions. Yeah, so yeah, you can say to get a human form of life is very rare. We might not think like that, but it is, because the human form is the fewest of all of the forms in material existence. Most living entities are below the human form. So it's a gift. It's a gift that you can use for perfecting your life. Stay there.
I hope this answers your question, Prasiddha Chaitanya
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Guru Maharaj. Yes. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
There are 44 devotees online, Maharaj.
Huh?
There are 44 devotees online today.
Oh, okay. Any other
Now,
questions?
okay. There is one question on chat, but I think that's answered. Let me just read. This question is from Raj Vahare Prabhu. How does one prepare for Vishnu Panchak? What all should a devotee do in these 5 days?
Your voice is muffled. Can't understand what you said.
What should a devotee do to prepare for Bhishma Panchak? What should he do in these 5 days?
There's different austerities you can perform. Some people fast for the 5 days. The recommended fast is just to eat once a day. And the most common fast is that people just take fruit for 5 days, that's all. So there's a variety of austerities you can choose from.
I hope
When
it
does that-
answers your question, Prabhu.
When does that start?
Tomorrow.
5 days, only fruit and milk?
No milk, just fruit.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
I mean, there are different ways to honor that. Some people eat just once a day in the morning, and that's it. Some people eat once a day in the evening. It's not a mandatory. It's not mandatory, but there is benefit if you do it.
Is my voice better, Shri Mataji? Can you hear me? Is this better now?
It's still a little bit. It's kind of like waspy or whispery or.
Oh, Krishna.
Yeah, your microphone is not so good.
I changed my microphone just now, the other one, so it looks like some network issue rather than. There is one question from Anubhav Prabhu on the chat. If my voice is little audible, maybe if I can read, or
You have to, read it nice and slow so I can understand it.
yeah, it's a very long question, so I will try to. Maharaj, a few years ago, one devotee gave us Radha Krishna deities, and a brahmachari gave us Krishna Balram deities from a center which is not yet opened. Since then,
Can somebody repeat the question? I can't decipher what you're saying. I'm sorry.
I can do that for you if you want, Vrindavan.
yes, please, Mataji.
Maharaj, a few years ago, a devotee gave us Radha Krishna deities and a brahmachari gave us Krishna Balaram deities from a center which is not yet open. Since then, we have been serving them at home. My mother is initiated, but due to her weak health, she cannot manage all the services. As there is no other initiated devotee at home, I am offering bhog and dressing the deities on Ekadashi and special days. Need your guidance, Guru Maharaj. At first, offers obeisances and says all glories to Prabhupada.
Who's asking the question?
Anubhav Mishra.
Why don't you just speak to Radhe Shyam he's you're in Pune, right? Anubhav Mishra? He's in Pune, right?
Anubhav Prabhu, can you confirm? Are you in Pune? Yes, he's saying yes, Maharaj.
Just talk to Radhe Shyam Prabhu. He'll give you the clear answer. He's right there and he's highly intelligent. He has all the answers for all of the. And if you're working in that congregation, then he's managing people in that area. Just ask Radhe Shyam. That's all. I don't want to say anything that might be different than what Radhe Shyam would say. So that's. Okay, did we get any more questions?
I have one question, Maharaj, but I'm not sure whether you can.
I still can't hear you. It's your voice. You sound like you're speaking underwater.
Oh, Krishna. Is this same for others devotee also?
Huh? Say again?
Yes, Prabhu.
No, I was asking, other devotee also having the same challenge?
I'm sorry, we all hearing exactly how Maharaj is describing it. So have somebody else interpret. Sridevi comes through very clearly. So, what else can we say?
But I can understand a little bit what he's saying, so I can interpret for you.
Absolutely. Hare Krishna.
Okay, any other questions?
I have one question. I will just type on chat window. Maybe Sridevi Mataji, you can read on my behalf.
Okay, no problem. Why do we celebrate Bhishma Panchak in the last 5 days of Kartik month when Bhishma left his body in Uttarayana, which falls around Sankranti day, that is mid-January, as it's mentioned that he fasted in these last 5 days before leaving his body?
What's the question?
Why do we celebrate Bhishma Panchak in the last 5 days of Kartik month while Bhishma left his body in Uttarayana, which falls around Sankranti day, that is mid-January? As it's mentioned, he fasted in the last 5 days before leaving the body.
Welcome to ISKCON. Next question. We have a lot of pundits in our, I mean, we have so many pundits. And so their calculations about sometimes some of these events are different. But there's a reason, obviously. To be honest with you, I don't know the answer. Why don't you, I suggest you ask Swayam Keshava Maharaj. He'll probably know. Or a person who would definitely know is
Kartik Chandra.
Kartik Chandra will also know. Another person is Banu Swami for sure. I just can't give a clear answer. I just don't know. I never really contemplated that. Actually, I did hear a discussion one time a few years ago about the reason, but I can't recall what were some of the things we talked about. Sorry, it's best I can do for this one. Okay, I have to go. It's like 1 hour and the program has been going on for almost an hour now, so I have to leave. So continue to discuss.
Sure.
Talk
Thank you,
about,
Maharaj. Thank you very much
talk
for your
about the
association.
person. Yeah, don't stop just because I'm leaving. You could continue to discuss. And then maybe some more devotees will feel more relaxed without me here.
Thank you, Maharaj. Glory to you, sir. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Glory
Anyway,
to
I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Guru.
much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Thank
You're
you, Guru
welcome.
Maharaj. Hare
Bye.
Krishna.
Thank you, Guru
Hare
Maharaj. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you
Maharaj.
so much,
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Well,
Hare
glories
Bol.
to Prabhupada, all glories to the devotees.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. I'm going back to childhood so I can become Krishna conscious again. Okay, we'll see you all tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Balwan Nitai Prabhu, you raised your hand. Okay. Any other question, devotee? Any other
I have a question,
discussion?
Vrindavan Prabhu, if I may.
Yes, yes, Mataji. I don't know, my voice is still same or
No, I can hear you I can understand, no problem. I have a question. For Kartik month, what are you all doing in South London? Because I know you all are a very dynamic group. So please tell us what your yatra is doing for Kartik month.
in Kartik month, like myself and my wife, Ananda Vrindavan, we are going every day, home to home, and different homes. Every single day we have done satsang, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. In the evening. So that we are doing. Also, other devotees. So normally our temple in South London is open only in weekend, Saturday, Sunday, but in Kartik it's open every day. And so we are getting like people are calling us for hosting these satsang either at home or in temple. So I am responsible for doing home satsang. There are a few devotees who are doing satsang in temple every day.
Wow, very nice that you and Anand Vrindavan are going everywhere and giving the mercy to devotees, guiding and helping them to do Damodar Ashtakam. This is very wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
All Guru Mercy Mataji and Vaishnava
Anyone,
blessings.
anyone who takes that, extra trouble to give the mercy, especially in Damodar Ashtakam, receives very special blessings of the Lord because he becomes so happy. He's in Kartik month, if anyone just offers one ghee lamp, Krishna says, I become purchased by anyone who offers me a ghee lamp in the month of Kartik. Just imagine how merciful he is. And then one who gives this mercy and helps others to just imagine how much mercy you're receiving. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose, Mataji. Like just a small effort so that more and more new devotees or new people comes to these home satsangs. That's why we are requesting every host that please try to invite new people who are not knowing about Krishna consciousness rather than just temple congregation. That's not the purpose.
Jai, Damodar Ashtakam ki jai, Kartik month ki jai, South London devotees ki jai.
Guru
Anyone
Maharaj
else
ki
wants
jai.
to share anything about Kartik month?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Not anything I want to share, but just a Hare Krishna. Just I wanted to share.
Maybe you can turn off your video,
while we were
Amritanam,
in the
because you're breaking up.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Now
Yeah,
can
that's
you
better.
hear?
Yes.
Okay, so just a small thing I wanted to share, which was a little bit important for me, not too important for but I just wanted to share while we were in the yatra, while returning from the yatra, we were in the train, and there was one Muslim perfume seller who was in the train, and he was selling the perfumes and what do you call ittar? Yeah. So he was selling that, and along with that, I saw him that he was preaching Islamic things as well. So I just had a thought that I had some Govardhan Yatra Prasadam, the Govardhan Puja Prasadam, Mahaprasad with me. So he was just preaching to a set of devotees. He was preaching to the set of Muslim people. So I didn't want it to interrupt, but then I thought it is a Kartik month and this is a prasadam from Govardhan Puja Mahaprasad. So I didn't expect it, but then I just eventually went to the group of people and I gave them prasadam and they accepted it. So
Yay!
so I was a little bit moved by that because the community which I was approaching was a little bit, they don't easily accept what we give them. So they accepted it and they in fact ate it with, they didn't show any reluctancy to accept that prasadam, but they really accepted it with a humble mood. So I was happy and I felt that I could do something for those people. I don't want to blame them, but they are really in a very critical situation at least this point of time. So I thought I Govardhan Prasadam could help those people.
You have
So
saved them from animal birth, Amritanam. Thank you so much.
yeah, this was a very small thing, but it really moved me a little.
It's a very
So I
big thing to give prasadam. It's not a small thing. I always tell my daughter, even if we cannot do anything, if we can just give people even a little bit of prasadam, we are saving them from animal birth because who knows what they're eating and what their next birth will be. Very nice.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Prasadam
Hare
is very,
Krishna.
very merciful and very powerful, as Shri Mataji said. Ravi
Yeah.
Kiran Prabhu, you raised your hand. Sorry, I just.
Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
it's Mataji. Sorry.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Today I invited 25 families to give Damodar Aarti. So my community people I invited today. So please bless me.
Haribol. That's Kalindi, right?
Yeah, Kalini Mataji.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Please bless us, Mataji.
You already
25.
have Guru Maharaj's blessings, Vrindavan's blessings, Krishna Kaviraj's
Still you
blessings,
have to bless me,
Jana Priya's blessings,
Mataji.
Amrita
Still you
Nav's
have.
blessings, Anjali Kumar's blessing. All the people online, you have everyone's blessings. Don't worry.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
I was just hearing one lecture yesterday from one Maharaj. He said, when you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes also one step towards you. Means many people say that he takes 10 steps or 20, but we don't need to worry about his 10 or 20 because we cannot digest 10 and 20 steps towards us. It is one step is just like more than sufficient. When 2 steps, he covered everything. So just, Krishna, you are inviting everybody. Damodari will be there, and then absolutely amazing, Mataji. Very nice.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Can I share something, Vrindavan Nath Prabhu, that happened to me in Kartik month?
Please, Mataji, I was actually about to say the same thing. Mataji, you share some of your experience. You have been to Dham and also different places, so maybe something.
Oh, nothing great. It's a small thing, but for me, it's a very special thing. See, what happened was I was in Meera Road temple. After coming from Ujjain and Govardhan Eco Village Yatras, I was in Meera Road temple because I had some work at Bhakti Vedanta Hospital. I had to do some important paperwork and all that. So I was thinking, now from here, I'm going to my dad's place. There is no temple. There is no way for me to offer Damodar Ashtakam, lamp, ghee lamp. Kya karu? What will I do? And I was thinking that morning, one lady came up to me. She gave me a whole bunch of tulsi sticks dipped in, made into ghee wicks. And she said, here, I'm giving these to people. Please accept this packet. I was like, oh my Krishna, I cannot believe this. Now I can get my father also to do some Damodar Ashtakam prayers, And so I took that bunch of sticks, and every day I was just doing Damodar Ashtakam in my room, thinking my dad will never agree. He will never come down and agree to do all this. But somehow that day, Ekadashi, it was Ekadashi, and I told my father, you have to come down and offer this. And he agreed. My great good fortune. And so that day I sang Damodar Ashtakam with my father, and he offered that ghee lamp. Somehow Krishna must have been pleased with that offering which he did on that day, because next day we got invited by devotees to come to their home and offer to at their altar. There was Damodar, very nice altar and everything. So the next day he actually got a chance to go into a devotee's home. That devotee came, picked us up, took us to his home, and my father got to give that ghee lamp to the Lord very nicely, a proper ghee lamp that Mataji had prepared and kept for everyone. And he got to offer to Radha Damodar in their temple room. And I was just so overcome with the mercy of the Lord. So just this little thing he did yesterday has opened the door for him to do a little bit more. Today he's come, he's received prasadam from these wonderful devotees. They are, giving him a chance to do nice Damodar Ashtakam. And I was so moved because Krishna is so kind and so merciful and so compassionate. And then that morning I had told my dad, why don't we go to the temple today? It's a very nice day, Dwadashi. No, I cannot do it. It's too early in the morning, this thing, that thing. You go. Finished. That was the end of that. Now, when we come to this devotee's home, this devotee is saying, now I cannot let you go just like that. I'm taking you to the temple for a darshan. So guess what? Dad got dragged to the temple and he got darshan of the beautiful ISKCON Kharghar temple, which is known as Glory of Maharashtra project. And because these devotees are very senior in the sense they're done many years of service, everyone knows them and all, he could take him close to the altar, though every one of us was, that rope is there, in India, the crowds are so much, we cannot go. But unko andar le gaye, and then he could very closely see the deities at every altar, and he got the pujari to do a puja in his name. My father got to offer a whole plate of flowers with one diya in it to the main deities of the temple, that is Radha Giridhari. No, Radha Madan Mohanji. And like that, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, God Nitai, the whole altar he walked giving the thing. And then that pujari put a garland on him. And I was like, my gosh, I never get any of all these things, but my father got all of them just because he did it once the previous day. And then he got Vaishnav Kripa by coming to that devotee. So I was just thinking, Krishna is so kind, so merciful in the month of Kartik.